Yeah, it's good to hear us.
Fine. So let me just 1 second. Hey, thanks for joining, everyone. Welcome to the day two session. So this is about for the freshers patch. Yesterday we discussed about enterprise structure. So I showed you yesterday how to create the user and how to add the role. And even I explained you what is Oracle Fusion, so how it's going to be, what is the usage of it. All those things yesterday we discussed about it. If you missed out in the WhatsApp group, I already tagged the video links and the presentation links. Maybe you can go through those videos. Let me take you through the day two session agenda. So we are going to discuss more about what is enterprise structure. Yesterday I explained you enterprise structure in the high level. We are going to decode step by step what is enterprise, what is ledger, what is legal entity, what is business unit, what is inventory org, and as well as how it's going to be get created. So we'll see one by one. As I said, first of all, let me tell you, as part of the implementation project or a support project, we are not responsible to create the enterprise. We are not responsible to create the ledgers, and we are not responsible to create the legal entity. These three things are taken care by the finance team. We are not the finance, we are into Oracle supply chain. Our major task will be start from the business unit and inventory organization. So what I can do, I can take you through that configuration and I can show you how it's going to be. But we are not going to create anything new. We are going to be utilized whatever the things are available in the system right now, because it will take a lot of time and you are going to be get confused why we are creating if we are not going to do that. But you need to aware of it. What is ledger? What is legal entity? What is enterprise? Tim, is that clear?
Is
So I want to give you the enough information, not overloaded one. Okay.
okay.
So let me take you through and where I am taking one of the example that what Tata Motors company I am taking as an example to give you the more detailed understanding of what exactly the enterprise, how it will work. Let's get started. So this is the structure it's going to be. So first in the Tata company, I have the enterprise, that is the company where I'm using the ledger. After that, where I'm going to have the legal entity, then I'm going to have the business unit. Then usually we have the inventory organization, but that inventory organization always associated with the master organization. We'll see that what is master, what is inventory, and what is the difference between these two organizations. We can take you through. Okay, let's start. So enterprise, this is the top level. So enterprise in the sense it's kind of it's a company. So if you can call it as a Tata Motors, that's enterprise in the sense Tata Motors is the company that is the top level. If anybody they will ask about Tata Company Enterprises. So that means itself it says that it's a top level company. I mean to say that it's in a hierarchy. In that hierarchy, it's a company itself. Where we are going to call it as a Tata Enterprises, right? That means that company name where we are going to. So this is the kind of a root container. I mean to say that root in the sense whenever you are going to start like any different stages, like you are going to be divided your company, but always we talk about if you take an example of the Reliance, we first talk about the Ambani, then after that we talk about the both Ambanis, like so that's how it's going to be the root container of all this enterprise in the sense. So whatever that you are going to create a ledger, legal entities, business units, organizations, everything it comes under one umbrella that is called enterprise. So if you created the enterprise, you are going to have that security. So I have the different stages of it, right? As I said, ledger, legal entity. If I want to control everything, so I need to have as an that ownership. I need to give it to the enterprise level. If anything, I want to stop at enterprise level, I can able to stop it. If I want to give any ownership, if I'm switching that ownership to somebody else, that I can do it at the enterprise level. So I can't go and change it. For example, you have the business across the globe. So I am running the business. So I can't go and divide that business into, it's with a single name. For example, Tata Motors, they have the business across the India. So east, north, south, west. So now they won't divide and will give the ownership. So the Tata Motors ownership, they are going to give it to another person. They are going to give the entire company itself. Okay, that ownership, and even they want to find out the reporting, anything they want to find out how much profit they got it for that particular year, and how much loss they got it. So everything at the enterprise level. Anybody they are trying to join? Okay, let me know if anybody they are trying to join, so that. So this is about the enterprise. So remember that Oracle always allows only one enterprise per instance. We can't, implement multiple instances. Only one instance you can able to use it. Okay. So this is all about the enterprise. So now we are talking about Tata Motors and the enterprises. So I'm keeping the name as Tata Motors Limited Enterprise. This is my company name where I'm starting the enterprise structure. So whatever I'm going to create it comes under Tata Motors Limited Enterprises. Okay. Team, we are clear?
Yes.
Okay. So next, now Tata Motors company, the company which I started. So I want to recruit the people, and as well as I want to maintain my business. If I'm going to maintain, I need to have some, what currency I'm using, where I'm starting the business, what calendar I'm following. So all these details I need to be capture it. So where I'm going to have the ledger. So all my financial related details, it's going to be captured by the ledger. So what it will do, whatever the transactions you are performing, the financial transactions, by end of the day, there is a one simple rule. If you perform any transactions, if it is in account payables, if it is in a receivables, end of the day, it's going to be get received by the ledger. So there it's going to be get accounted, all your financial transactions. If you receive those transactions by end of the month, you will come to know how much revenue got generated. By end of the year, you are going to figure it out, or maybe every month you are going to figure it out how much profit you got, how much loss you got, and even at the time of auditing, you are going to submit all these details. Okay. So this is all about the ledger. What is the use of ledger, which I brought it here? It will capture all the accounting and it will store those balances. And finally, it will give you your profit and loss statement and balance sheets as well. Okay. So if anybody, they will ask you, without ledger, is it possible to start my business? Straight away, you have to say no. If there is no ledger, then there will be no accounting. If there is no accounting, you are not doing any business there. Okay. Enterprise. Then after that, what you are going to have? Tata Motors Enterprises. Inside the Tata Motors Enterprises, you are going to have the Tata Motors ledger. So here, remember, you are going to have multiple ledgers if you want it, because I'm starting my business in India. So that's why I'm having the India ledger. If you are going to start the business, if you want to maintain a different ledger. So for example, in India wise, how much profit I got, how much loss I got, what is the balance sheets, everything. If I want to figure it out, I need to maintain a separate ledger. So if you want to break it into sub ledgers, so what we are going to have it for US one ledger, UK one ledger, the region wise I can maintain the ledgers. So that that particular region wise, how much profit I got, how much loss I got, that details you are come to know. Okay. So I'm not take you through that because as I said, right, this is completely which is related to the financial team. So I'm not stressing more into this area. Hope that clear, Dream.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
Yes. Okay. So Tata Motors Enterprise, and after that we are going to get the ledger, Tata Motors ledger. Then the next part. Now I know that where I'm going to start my business. For example, I'm starting my business in Delhi, Tata Motors, and the India ledger. So I'm going to use the Indian currency. I'm going to use the Indian calendar. Indian calendars, the financial calendar, I hope you're already aware of it. The April to March, that the calendar what we are using. So I know these details, what ledger I'm using it, but I need to get that legal permission from the government and how I'm going to pay the taxes. All this information, that legal information, it's going to be get registered from the legal entity level. So in your enterprise, the top level hierarchy is enterprise. Next, you are going to have the ledger. After ledger, you are going to have the legal entity. So it's always represent your registered company. Okay. In this stage, you are paying your taxes. Okay. Whatever the invoices you are going to get paid or you are going to issue, that is happening from the legal entity level. All your liabilities, assets, everything it gets stored at the legal entity level. So as a company, if the government want to recognize, and government want to figure it out, it won't go and check your enterprise level or ledger level. It always look for your legal entity level because from that stage itself, you are paying your taxes and everything. So if they want to recognize as a Tata Motors, they will recognize based on your legal entity name. Okay. Enterprise, that is taking care of your employee, I mean to say that where you are going to be recruit the employees at the enterprise level, and next ledger you are going to have it, and after that this legal entity, it's majorly help you to pay your taxes. Is that clear?
Yes,
This is how it's going to be. My enterprise, I'm going to have the a ledger inside that. Within that ledger, I register two different companies now. So Tata Motors passenger vehicles, Tata Motors commercial vehicles. If you want it, you can have the different ledger, different legal entities as well. Okay, I'm using it two legal entities here as a registered. I'm doing it Tata Motors passenger vehicles, Tata Motors commercial vehicles. So where I'm going to pay my GST, all my taxation through that particular legal entity. Okay, till here we are clear.
yes,
Okay, let me take you to the next one. As I said, these three areas you need to aware of it. What is the use of it? So if somebody they will come and they will ask you, you need to be get give you that answer. What is mean by legal entity? What is mean by ledger? So it's not required you go and do any changes from these three areas. Remember, you are not going to do that in these three areas. Most of the times, it will taken care by the finance team. Okay. Now, this is the area where we are here more in into your transactions. You can see this at the procurement level and order management level. Okay, this name you are going to be heard frequently. That is business unit. Okay, whatever the transactions you are performing, like you are procuring, you are selling, you are doing the invoicing, you are receiving the payment from the customer, so everything it will get stored under business unit level. Remember, one simple thing you need to remember that inventory transactions, it won't get stored under business unit. So if I'm moving my material inside the inventory, that transactions only get stored at the inventory level. If you are performing, if you are dealing with any third party person, just remember the word any external party you are dealing with, that transaction is going to be stored at the business unit level. If you are buying something, there will be a external partner called supplier. If you're dealing with a customer, you are shipping the goods to the customer, there will be a external partner. So where you are always interacting with the third party, like I mean to say outside your organization, you are going to be connect with those all the transactions. It's going to be get stored at the business unit level. This part you need to be remember. Okay, clear team? Let me know if you are still not understanding. I can take you through one more time.
means the business with other companies, or how it
We
be.
business in the sense like see, I am buying a material as a individual. You can buy the material from online. Am I right? So just imagine if an organization they are buying for their company. If I need a HP laptop sir, for my newly joined 10 people, so I'm going to buy that 10 laptops from HP. So
Okay.
that is kind of a purchase order I'm releasing from my company, not individual, because that is for example, Tata Motors company. There are 10 new people they are joining. I want to issue a laptop. I don't have it. What they used to do, they give that order to the supplier. So that transactions you are performing at the business unit level. Means for which business unit that 10 laptops is required.
Okay.
Clear? Okay,
Yep.
fine. So legal entity, as I said, it's owning the business. That means like the registered company and everything, the taxes paying and everything will be happened from the legal entity. But actual business is running by the business unit. Your purchasing, order management, payables, receivables, cash management, fixed assets, everything will be happened at the business unit level. So here it is. So you are having the Tata Motors is the enterprise, Tata Motors India ledger, and you are going to have the legal entity. Inside this legal entity, I have three different business units: manufacturing business unit, sales business unit, procurement business unit. As I said, if a ledger you are going to be get divided at the ledger level, what you are going to get, how much profit you got, how much loss you got, and what revenue got generated, that kind of transactions you can perform at the ledger level. And business unit, what it's going to do as a reporting point of view, you can come to know that how much sales you did for that particular month, how much I mean to say that how much payments you received, how much invoices it got generated. That business unit level you can track it. How much sales happened for that particular month. So that kind of things you can capture it at the business unit level. Clear till now? So right now we completed enterprise, a ledger, a legal entity. After that, what we are going to have, business unit. The next we can step into master organization. So this usually we won't say this. So for example, how I can say that if you dividing your country as four regions, south. So inside the south, what we are going to talk about. So we have the Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. All this we call it as in a south states, right? So that is kind of inside this south, we are going to have four different states again. So that whatever you are calling it as in a logical or it won't exist like the master organization. You don't have any location. So it's just going to be get stored your master items. So that centralized repository where you are going to store your items, that what we used to call master organizations. So what it's going to do, it's going to store all your items, and that items can be utilized into inventory organizations. So what will happen? It will avoid your duplications. If you go into the any KFCs or any whoever they have the businesses across India. So what will happen? You can go and you can figure it out. Most of the menu remains same because they are using the similar items in their menu across the India. Okay. Any KFC, if you can go there and if you can see, most of the items remain same. Maybe they are maintaining one or two different, but most of the items remain same. So all these items get stored under first master organization. That master organizations items are associated for the different child organizations, so that the child can be utilized. The child organization can be utilized those items. Clear, team?
Yes.
Okay. Next, you are going to have the inventory organization. So, what is mean by inventory organization? Whenever that organization physically exists, that means you are going to have a location for that, and you are going to have the stock, and you are going to have the material movement is happening. You are getting stored the material, or maybe you are providing a service from that warehouse, or you are going to have the working hours. I mean, you are following a calendar for organization. So that what we used to call the inventory organization. Basically, we are going to use for, as I said, maintaining the materials, and you are going to track your items like you receiving the stock or you are shipping to the customer, where you are going to do the tracking of that items. And finally, once you receive the items or you shipped out from the your inventory, what will happen? Our inventory get reduced sometimes, our inventory get increased sometimes. So by end of the month, you are going to see that how much stock is out from my inventory, how much stock is received into your inventory. So kind of the costing and valuation you are going to do it by end of the month and end of the year, then you will come to know how much stock you have it, how much stock it got issued out. That kind of details you are going to able to see from the inventory organization level. If anybody they will ask you, uh, like a point of interview, they may ask you, is it possible to create the material movement or material transaction at the business unit level? You have to say no, it won't happen. It always material movement happened at the inventory organization level. Okay. Anyone joined? Okay, got the so that fine. So inventory organization level. So end of the day, you can see this is your overall enterprise structure. Tata Motors enterprise. After enterprise, ledger. Inside the ledger, you are going to legal entity, and inside the legal entity, you are going to have the business unit. Then you are going to have your inventory organizations. Inventory organization can be a plant, can be a warehouse, a service center, anything you can treat as the warehouse or inventory organization. Okay. So few companies, what they used to do, they do the only service. They won't sell. They won't give any products. If you go into the uh, any service centers, you are take your bike and you are going and you are doing your service. They are not giving any product. They are giving their service. So they may have their inventory organization where they are providing the services. Clear, team? Any any doubts? Let me know if you have any doubts. So I will take you through the system now.
No, it's clear.
Okay, okay. Now, so this is our enterprise structure. So if anybody asked you about what is your enterprise structure, if you are joining a company, you already work for few clients. Remember, this is the structure where you are going to explain. This is how they are going to be understand how you are explaining the interview questions or the business. So remember that first, you need to have the enterprise. Inside the enterprise, you have having the ledger, legal entity, business unit, and inventory organization. You should not confuse, because going forward, whatever we are going to use it, when I call, I'm using business unit, that business unit is associated with a legal entity. That legal entity associated with a ledger. That ledger is associated with enterprise. So this is the link it's going to be. So always you need to remember, if I am talking about this particular inventory org, you are in a position to go and figure it out. This inventory org is associated with which business unit. If I'm talking about business unit, you can go into that config and you can able to figure it out what legal entity is tagged. In same similar way, this legal entity is tagged to which ledger. So that's how you need to go. If you are assigned to a support project, if you join the company, first they will give you the instance. So you need to go and drill down all this data and you have to bring that information. Okay, whatever the instance which I got, in that instance, I have this enterprise. This is a ledgers what they are maintaining. This is the legal entity what they are maintaining. This is the business units what they are maintaining. That's how you have to drill down and you need to be aware of that business. Team, good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's see. I gave you one sheet. I used to call it a cheat sheet. So where you are going to remember those task name for each enterprise related whatever you are going to utilize. I gave you in the right hand side the task name. What is the purpose of it? So if you want to figure it out the enterprise, this is the task name. If you want to figure it out the ledger, this is the task name, a legal address and legal entity, a business unit, master organization and inventory. I hope the master organization, I need to just check. This is not the master inventory, but a manage inventory organization. This I need to check first. Okay. We'll see one by one. That's all. I kept it for the presentation purpose. If you have any doubts, you can just tell me. I'm going into the system right now. Tomorrow onwards, most of the things we can check from the instance side. I can keep you for some presentation how I can explain those things. But most of the part from tomorrow morning onwards, we are going to deal in the system itself. So everyone make ready with your username. So where you could able to log in and where you have the admin access. So then only you can perform. Don't use the instance access what I provided. So if you don't know how to create the user, I already give you the document in the WhatsApp. Just follow the steps and create your user. Okay. So this is in a single word. If anybody they asked about what is Oracle Fusion, they just say this word. It's more than sufficient for them. Okay. That's all I kept it for today. Just let me take you through the instance now. I'm just taking my username and password. I'm able to sign in. This is similar how you are, a URL I take, like how you are log into your Gmail, right? Similarly, I have, this is my instance URL and I got the username password. That's how simple you can log in. If you join for any client, this is the process what they are going to. They will give you the username and password and they will give the instance link. But the instances they used to call, there are different instances you are going to have it. Remember the words called prod instance, production instance. That means they are running their business. That means currently it's live where they are running their business. Next, they are going to have a dev instance. That is called development instance. They have a test instance. They have a UAT instance. So if you are using the implementation UAT instance, CRP instance. So it's not required every company they have this. Okay. So they may have in the dev itself, they can call it as dev 1 instance, dev 2 instance, and dev 3 instance. Okay. So don't get confused. If whenever you ask the full access, I need the full access to review the configs. Don't expect to ask you in the production environment. Okay. You don't ask about production instance. You need to Most of the times you need to request from the dev either test. Okay. Then where you can go and you can perform any test transaction that can be acceptable in these two instances, not on the prod. Is
Means
that clear?
we are not handling production or
Production you can handle, but it is, as I said, right, where they are running their business. You are not allowed. I can go and I can do the practice of creating inventory organization. It is not at all acceptable in the prod instance because they are running their business. You should not do any modifications. You should not update any information in the prod
okay,
without prior approval, without confirmation from the client. You should not touch and you should not update anything from the production. If it is a support project, what I mentioned, it is a
support.
support project. As I said, I mentioned running the business. That means this is already gone live. If it is an implementation project, if it is a implementation project, yes, you are going to do it, the configuration, but still that needs to be approved from the client. Okay, clear?
Okay,
I will explain in detail implementation, what are the phases we are having it, that I will take you through. But remember, whoever they are working or currently they are in the, whoever they are working for the different projects, keep that in mind. Production instance, you are always aware of it. You should not ask about any admin access. If you are having the admin access, be careful.
okay.
Okay.
Means
So now,
as a sorry,
go ahead, go ahead.
as a same consultants, we are doing a support or implementation.
Both you can do. Whatever the projects they are having it, they may ask you about, if I have the requirement as a client, I recruit you. I have an implementation project, I can give you that. If I have a support, maybe sometimes they may give you both. It depends on the project need.
Okay,
Where your expertise, it's going to be help them. Okay.
we have to handle both.
As I said, depends on the project.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
not about it's in our hand. It's about the project people who they want it. Like Gayatri wants to be, there in the support or implementation. It will be decided by them.
Okay,
Okay. It's about the project need, right? If they have the need into the prod, like I mean support, they can put you into the support. If they are starting a new business or new client, they may ask you to work on the implementation project.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Fine. Let me take you through now whatever the configurations like which I showed you for enterprise, ledger, legal entity. Today I'm going to take you through from where you can find that, how you can go and you can check what are the information it's going to be. That information I can show you. I will suggest don't practice or don't do anything. If you practice, that is well and good. Most of the people, what they will do, they will start practicing the enterprise structure and they may forget about inventory procurement order management. Yes, you need to practice the enterprise whenever you have the time. If you are comfortable, I would always prefer you to go and practice enterprise structure creation. Or else I would recommend go and review, figure it out what is enterprise, what is the details they kept it, then start practicing from the inventory. Hope you are clear.
Is
Okay. Now, let me take you through the instance. Any configurations, you are going to have it in the, this is my username. Before that, very few details, minor details I will tell you that is more important. Right now, which version you are working on? If anybody, they will ask you these questions. Even I saw the people, few people where they messed up a few places whenever they asked about which instance, they may not aware of it. So few people they don't know like how to check. Even few people whoever they are working on it, they directly says that yeah we are into the 25D, we are into the 26A. They are not aware of it where to go and how to check. So this is very simple. Just click on your name here, right, top right corner. You can see here. You click on your name and you have this about this application. Any instance you got right now, just log in and go and click on about this application. It will tell you which version you are in. See, this is 26A. Which version I'm in? 26A. So Oracle will release four versions for every year, like A, B, C, and D. These are the four versions they will release along with the year. If you are in 26, they will release 26A for Jan Feb quarters. That means it's not required every company they have to follow that. It depends if I can update. Like in your iPhone, I'm getting the updates. I don't require to go and do that, right? If I'm wish to do that, yes, I can go and I can update it, or else I won't do that. This is how it's going to release the versions for an year. Hope you guys are clear.
Yeah.
So this is how you can go and you can check your current version. Okay. So now I'm going into the same right corner. I'm clicking on my name. Here you are going to have the setup and maintenance. Whatever the configurations from the Oracle Fusion Cloud we are doing it, that is happening from the only one place, that is setup and maintenance. So when you click on setup and maintenance, this is the place you are going to do it for finance, you are going to do it for inventory, procurement, order management, any module. Within the Oracle Fusion, any module you can take, you are going to perform all your configurations from one single place, that is setup and maintenance. Okay. Now, as I said earlier, we are not going to create anything, business units or ledgers, legal entities, enterprise, that is taken care by the finance team. So whenever you go into the setup, here you have the setup. Here you can see that product management. This is an offering. Okay. So now we have financials here. Inside the financials, you can able to see that whatever the configurations we are going to talk about, which is related to finance team. If you are creating the inventory, yes, that time the inventory will, whatever the inventory, if the manufacturing and supply chain material management will come into the picture, this is going to be taking care of your inventory. But finance related, the configs are going to be there for financial. I'm just opening financials. So now, if you are going to search like, if you are not aware of it, you can see the enterprise profile. From here, you can figure it out what your enterprise details. If you are not aware of it, for example, you are not figuring out like what exactly it is all about. So directly you can go and you can search in the global search, what we used to call. You can go and you can search from the global, or else you can search from here. What is the configuration name? I kept it here. Manage enterprise HCM information. Manage. You can see, right? If I don't know, I'm just searching. If I'm not, I don't know the exact details, right? I'm just entering enterprise. In the search, if you don't know the exact task name, you can put and you can search, you can able to figure it out. Manage enterprise HCM information. So this is the enterprise structures. Here is your task, manage enterprise HCM information. I'm just clicking on it. Oops. In this instance, somebody messed up. It was working since yesterday night. Somebody messed up. That's fine. I just want to show you that what are the information it's going to be get stored. We are not creating anything. As I said, we are not responsible for this. So I just show you that like how it will work. Let me check the version. It's 26A. This is also migrated to 26. Setup and maintenance. Today, what you can do, you just go and say this info. So enterprise structure information, you can able to figure it out. This is 79 up there. Manage enterprise. They didn't give the access to let me check the last one as well. Oh, somebody they updated this password as well. Come on. Fine. Let me take you through. These are the test instances. So it's updating every, weekly wise, it will update. These are the enterprise configurations, what they have done. I wanted for the vision group. So when I click on that HCM information, right, that is the task where it's going to give you the details, but it's not allow me to step in. I will check for legal entities and ledgers. Just give me a minute. Is it happening for same? Manage primary ledgers. If this is happening, then maybe they're restricting the access. Yeah, this is open now. So these are the ledgers which is created by our students, looks like. So I'm not going to take you through all this. So we have the vision operations. Updated or what? This one. Just give me a minute. The first instance, I kept it ready, everything open. But let me check here. I will take any one ledger. From here, you can see the ledger information. Also, you can check that this ledger is associated with which enterprise structure. So let me take you through that. Actually, Oracle provided one standard. It's going to be there. This is the one. But this is not corporate primary ledger. There's going to be vision instance. Just one second. Huh? We'll see the details, like whatever I show you, the enterprise structure. Then after that, we can wind up the session. Okay. So Tata India. So I'm taking somebody they already create Tata INR ledger IN. They won't give the. This is the access you are going to get it for the ledger. So the ledger name you are going to give, and inside the ledger there are four different details you are going to tag. Chart of accounts. This is purely finance related. This is our accounting structure, how it's going to be. And as I said, calendar. What calendar you are following in the ledger and what currency you are using. This accounting method, it's an optional, or whatever the accounting method you are going to follow. That is kind of, you can see the star mark, right? Any record, if you are creating, the star marks are mandatory. And if without star marks, those are optional. If you wish to go and add the details, that's okay. If it is not required, you can skip it. This is the information what it's going to be there in the primary ledger. Stand slow today. So this is the legal address, and this is about the legal entity, what it's going to be there, the ledger which I showed you from that. But I will give you a doc where you can follow that. So this is how you are going to create your legal entities. So you are going to have country details, in which country you are starting your business, and what is the legal entity name, and you are going to tag your legal address details as well. All this information you are going to have it in the legal entity level. I will do one thing. I will give you in a doc for detail where you can follow the steps. I'm just figuring out, but it's throwing an error. This is how, where you are going to create your business units. So let me open any one. Inside the business unit, you are going to tag your business unit to. Can save it. The business unit got created, right? You can see this. This is my business unit name. In the right hand side, you can see what is my ledger, what is my legal entity. So this is how you are going to figure it out. If I can give you any business unit name, as I said, as a functional consultant, supply chain, we are more focused on business unit and inventory organization. If they asked you, this is your business unit, from manage business unit business function, you can come and you can figure it out. What is your ledger you are tagging? What legal entity you are using? And also, this business unit is tagged to what are the modules. In the, you can see here, right? Different tasks or different functions, we call it. If I disable the procurement here, so this business unit, you are not able to see in the purchase order level. If I disable this for requisition, this it won't appear. So you need to be smart enough. In future, any project you got, you are trying to access a business unit. If you're not able to figure it out, that business unit, you should not go and enable it without any client confirmation. Okay, maybe they kept it. They don't want to do the purchasing from that particular business unit. This is how they are providing the controls. If I disable the sales, I cannot perform any my sales to the customers from this particular business unit. This is how you are going to be get figure it out. So the next session I'm going to take you through anyhow in the inventory. So I will talk about more into the master organization and inventory organization, and I explain you what are the configs is required, how we are going to create inventory organization. Yes, we are creating it completely a new organization. We are going to create it. So I can tell you what business unit you are going to use, what master you are going to use. Then tomorrow we can create an item as well with that inventory organization. Okay, we can create in the master and we can tag to your inventory organizations. That we can see in the tomorrow session. So that's all for today. Any questions, team? Do you have? I will give you this enterprise structure document. If anybody, if you wish to create your own, you can just follow the steps and you can create it. And if you have any doubt, just let me know. I can clarify. Any doubts still here, team?